What is up, guys? We are doing another coastal path hike today where we're going to be walking up to about 10 miles. We're going to be camping in the bad weather. However, we're going to be spotting some good little mushrooms along the way, seeing some wildlife, and most importantly, we have Bailey with me too. So without further ado, let's go. So we are back with another coastal path video. Today I'm actually going to be heading in the opposite direction. So the first ever video I did, I started from Hill Bay. This time I've driven slightly down from Hill Bay and I'm going in the opposite direction, because if I would have started where I left off, then I would have only walked 6 miles, and today I plan on doing about 10 to 15 miles. Over there is my first sign that'll tell me that I'm going towards Woolacombe, which is where I'm aiming for. 5 hours to get there, and although the other day I knew that the hours went back, it didn't register in my brain that I'd lose an extra hour of light. So now I've got about 3 to 4 hours in order to get to the beach, and as you can tell, it's quite windy already. So I kind of need to get to the beach before sundown to be able to set up in the dry, because I think it might be a rainy night tonight, going off what the weather forecast is telling me. We have our first mushroom find of the day. We've been walking for about 20 minutes. I have no idea what they're called, but if I had to guess, it'd be something to do with wax caps, wax something, because these are very slimy. They are very slimy, I can't even pick it up. Fun fact about mushrooms is the mushrooms are actually the fruit of the mycelium. So imagine you have a tree, the mushrooms are the apples on the tree, and the mycelium is actually the tree. What was that? Bad jump from Bailey Evans. Whoa, we have our second mushroom find on the trip. These look even bigger. This one's already fallen over, but look, that's obviously what it is when it's younger, and when it grows, it's here. But they're all dried out. I have been walking for about 30 minutes now, and I've done 1.4 miles on the clock. Just up here is my second signpost to let me know that I'm on the right track going along the coastal path. You ready? Come on, then. Sometimes I think she's not the most obedient dog, but then I think when she does things like that, I'm like, actually, she is a good dog. Like, she doesn't need to go on a lead, which is pretty cool. Are you waiting? Are you waiting? Whoa! Another big mushroom find of the trip. Look at these guys. Wow! This one's already started being eaten, so these ones will probably go next. How interesting. Third mushroom of the day found. Just like that. Oh god! This one's already been pulled out or sort of like broken, but look at the size of that one. That is huge. If I could, I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I knew these were edible, this would easily, with a couple of them, would feed me tonight. Look at all the ones down below there. But instead, all the other animals will get to eat them. Pretty cool to see where we've come from. Over that hill there, and even further behind that one. Hello, hello. I believe, actually, even that tiny little ridge, don't know if I can get it, just this one here, we actually came behind that. It's pretty cool. Go on then. My favourite time to go hiking and camping is probably this time of year, because it's not too cold where you have to put too many layers on, unless you're up in Wales, but it's not too hot either where you're having to constantly take all your layers off. And also, I don't know if you can see behind me here, but that's all like ferns and stuff that have like died off, whereas 3 or 4 weeks ago Bailey was just covered in ticks, and the ticks live in that sort of bushland. Here she comes. So I'm kind of glad that they've all died off now, because it means I don't have to worry about Bailey as much when I get back. Obviously I'm still going to check her over, but it's just much nicer to be able to hike and and camp in these sort of conditions. Damn, I think I've gone the wrong way. I need to be on that path over there, on that side, and right now I'm walking all the way over there. So, okay, now I see there's a beach down there, and it zigzags all the way along. So I was wrong. I was meant to come down this way. Very silly of me. So I was just now, from here I can see there's a path that would have actually led me down. We could have come straight back up. Falcon! It stays there and hovers its prey until it gets a good moment, and then it will dive bomb down and get it. Might be looking at Bailey though. That is not a bad view. We've done 4.46 miles. We've been walking for an hour and 52 minutes. Because the weather is quite bad at the moment, it means the tide might be quite far in. Because there's big waves, it means it will come even closer. So high tide may just do us too. But that's not right now's problem, that's later on's problem. Right now the problem is getting off the seat and carrying on. Oh my god, I'd love to know how heavy this bag is. So this is the beach I want to go to. Over that cliff face right there. I just need to check to see how high the tide is. Number one, I do have to climb down hills to get there. Number two, can't tell already, it's very windy. Oh, my hat just came off. See, this is the tricky bit. I'm also not sure how confident I am with where the tide's going to be. I think we're just going to have to get down there and see. Alright, we managed to do it. Just. Oh, I feel light as a feather now. But this is pretty cool. There's some like stairs so you can just like walk up, which I believe, if you see a bit higher, that is where you used to be able to come down. Now you've got to climb down here, but not many people do climb down here. Look at Bailey. There's also some people on the beach, so I may just ask them if they know how high the tide comes. And that way I won't get caught out. I think we just set up there. I was going to say worst case scenario, we just get up in the middle of the night and move everything, but it's going to be raining, so that's an awful idea. There's the seaweed line. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like 4 meters away. So I saw on the comments on one of our last videos where I was like abandoned on a beach that I didn't explore the cave. So this time we're going to explore the whole beach because this one is far bigger than the other one. Oh, I can see some big metal stuff over there, just in the rocks. So let's go see what that is. Look at this twisted piece of metal. Presumably it's a boat. These are like chain links, but they're very rusted down. You see a chain link there, you see one here, here, here. And this thing here, hey, no, that must be like down in the bow of the boat. It's the craziest thing, I've been here before. The last time I was here was a few years ago. A few years ago, Bailey wasn't even born, she didn't even exist. And now she's with me, exploring like she does best. Damn, that cloud over there, that is not looking good. That is looking like a rainy cloud to me. still not 100% sure I'm going to camp on the beach, just because of the wind that just keeps coming through. I'm just not like that confident that we won't get washed out. I'd rather not have to set up all my tent stuff twice, because if I have to do that again, it means I'll probably have to do it in the dark, and I probably won't be able to find as good as a spot. She's trying to carry that massive stick back. I don't know if you guys can see. Come on then, good girl. Oh, you're getting stuck. So, this in the background right here is the reason I don't want to set up camp, because it's due to rain around 6 o'clock if the weather is correct. It gets dark in the next 40 minutes at 5 o'clock. And if the tide gets to a certain point, which means I have to leave the beach, it then means I've got to take all my stuff up in the dark whilst it's raining, find another spot, and now I've seen that, it's kind of put me off even more. So I reckon what I'm going to do is actually bail on camping on the beach and just finding a good spot where I can camp, where I know I'm not going to have to move later on. Let's get everything back on and then go find another spot. Yeah. Jesus. If you guys didn't know, one of the biggest contributors to plastic pollution in the oceans are called ghost nets. Behind me here, you can see it's 2 tyres, a plastic bottle, and then all of this other fishing net, which is washed up onto the beach, and then someone's obviously congregated it and put it all here. Unfortunately, we have to head back the way that we came, so we're back up that way. That was a lot of effort. Now I'm just gonna carry on walking along the coastal path until I find a decent enough spot, hopefully out the wind, I can stay out for tonight. Well, that's the beach that we just came off of. You can see the staircase over there, and then just to the left of it is where we climb down. I'm gonna have to make a move on finding us a spot, because it looks like there's some dark clouds coming in. I have 20 to 25 minutes until the sun sets, and then after that it's like a racing game before it gets pitch black. Just felt my first few light raindrops, so man, I might just have to like just pick a spot and commit to it, see what happens. It is somewhat windy here, but if I put my tent up here and then I put my chair and stuff down there, I reckon I'll be alright. Yeah, when I'm here I'm fine. Was that a nice walk? Yeah. Are we going to be camping? Yeah, it's your favourite, isn't it? Yes, it's your favourite. Time to get the tent set up. Usually I'll hook these up when I know where they're going to be, but with this I'm actually going to hook them in the ground first, and then I'm going to attach it so it doesn't blow away. Honestly, it's actually turning out to be quite a good sunset. Cool, that's everything in. The wind is blowing from that direction, so the cords, you want to have them facing in that direction as much as possible. So the 2 that I have on that side are facing that way as much as possible. But I'm not gonna lie guys, it seems pretty secure. Right, now I'm just gonna get everything in the tent, but man, that sunset is unreal. Man, I am so grateful right now that the rain is held out just for a little bit. All I would have had to have done is get in the actual tent itself and set everything up that way, which would have been fine. But man, when you have a bit of space to be able to like move around and set things up from the outside going in, life is a lot easier. My bed's set up, now I need to get Bailey's bed set up. This is ideal. I guess now, just get some food on the go. I'm going to feed Bailey first though. I know I haven't talked about this enough, but man, this is the best ever money I have ever spent. I know I didn't say that right, but you guys understand what I'm trying to say. If you've been walking for like hours and hours and then you get to your spot, all you're looking for is just like chilling out, you know? You just want to sit down and be able to like do all of your stuff, but you haven't got a seat to be able to sit in. Well, boom, I present to you the best camping chair ever. For everyone at home, I imagine you guys know what's coming, but for anyone that has not watched the channel before, then you will not know that Bailey actually has manners, and she will not eat her food till one very specific action. Wow, this is a lot of food, Bailey. Don't worry guys, this knife is blunt. Good girl. Mwah. There you go. Come on. What, she doesn't want it? No, yes you do. There we go. We have curry tonight. I just quite like cooking in like grassiest areas like this, because it means I can put all my stuff down. Whoa! Stuff down and it's like fine. I'm just going to throw this there, but I will clear it up. This is salt, pepper and spices. So that garlic and onion is cooking down nice. Now, this is my favourite thing about these things. It comes with its own like seasoning. I might go grab her bed and just put it down so she can. Yeah. So funny. I always find like with Bailey, whenever you put her sheepskin down, she'll just go to it. Ugh, slug. What's that one? Honestly, I'm not one for wasting stuff, so we're gonna shake it like so, and then, oh, so much more sauce. Okay, and we've got some jasmine rice. Bag. I'm talking big meal. Did you just lick my chopping board? I better not watch that back and see you lick on my chopping board. That should be warm. Time to get this on the go. Cool, just like that guys, we're done. That is our food done. Huge curry, rice in the middle, Bailey on my arm. Oh my god, damn, that is delicious. You cannot tell me that this is not the perfect dog. Look how perfect she is. She just sat here, not making a fuss, just waiting to go to bed, waiting for me to be finished. Look at those tired eyes. Yes. I think we only walked a total of like 6-7 miles to actually get here. But the terrain was up and down, up and down. And lugging that big bag, like, man, when I sat down to look at the lighthouse, I was like, I don't want to get back up. It's too heavy. I'm gonna get to sleep. Bailey's really tired, so I'm gonna tidy all this up and then go to sleep. Saw my rubbish. Perfect, all packed up. So we can all go and get into the tent now. Bailey's already in there. I forgot to mention to you guys as well, but recently, about a couple of weeks ago, I did the Camino del Santiago with my mum, which is a pilgrim walk over 10 days. And some of the best parts about it were like the friends that you make along the way and the experiences and the conversations, so on and so forth. However, one of my favourite things by far had to be collecting the stamps along the route. Basically, anywhere you walked into that you could purchase something, you were able to get a stamp in this booklet, which is called a passport. And I have recently found out that on the southwest coastal path, which is what I'm doing right now, that spans over like 600 miles, you can actually get yourself a passport. So I've ordered a National Trust passport, and now I'm able to get stamps along the route. So that might end up turning into a series, because I would love to do that. And I've ordered Bailey one as well. I think we're just going to chill in here though. And I'm just going to read my book. As you can hear, the rain has just started. Me and Bailey will see you in the morning. Hopefully the weather isn't too bad. Good morning. It is 7 in the morning. As you can hear, it's still raining. We just want to go out, yes. But if I let her out, then she has to come back in. But that noise right there means she wants to go for a wee. So I think I'm just going to have to let her out quickly. Go on then, give me Reese. Go on, Reese. Good girl. So I think what we'll do is we're going to wait a little bit. Might check what the weather forecast is saying. Oh god, okay. It's meant to be raining until 12 o'clock. So it's not really going to clear up that much. I don't know, I'm just gonna wait for like 20-30 minutes and see what happens. Well, it doesn't look like it's clearing up. So I'm gonna pack everything inside the tent, and then I'm gonna assess the situation, whether to cook my sausages, and then it's just about packing my tent down. It's just a bit intimate, isn't it, Bailey? It's a bit intimate. Gently. Good girl. I'm trying to pack my bag, but I usually put my tent in first and then make everything else work around it. I'm in my tent and I've packed everything up. So, how am I going to do that? I have no idea. I got the rosemary sausages too. Unreal. Right, eating all food. Finish packing up. Let's go. Obviously, doesn't have to be said, but always take your rubbish with you. Leave no trace. Right, that's everything packed. Just gonna put my rain covers on my bags and then get out. Nowhere near as bad as I thought. As always, guys, remember to leave no trace. Right now, that's where our tent is. Now we've just got to walk back and find a spot for our brother to pick us up. It's pretty crazy because I was actually questioning whether I should do this video or not because of the weather. But now I've done it, I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. I think sometimes I almost have to go like against what I'm feeling, because now I'm out here, I don't care about the weather. And I'm glad that I've done it. Like, it's cheered me up, and I'm happy now that I'm able to have like got a video out for you guys, been able to take Bailey out, seen some really cool views, found some cool mushrooms, saw a falcon as well, and that's just like cheered me up. So I'm glad I've gone against it. In the distance there, that is all what we walked around. Look at Bailey's leg in it. Whoa, baby, careful! This is probably one of my favourite places to come in the summer. There's a huge lawn here which loads of people chill on. And that, over there, is Woolacombe Beach. It's also the first place we ever brought Bailey when she was allowed to go on the beach, which was super exciting. Cool, there's my brother in the far distance. I want to see what happens when Bailey recognises that it's him. Whoa! Big flips from Bailey. Right guys, so I'm going to end the video there. Got a warm coffee, got Bailey under the table. But if you want to watch more videos like this, you can head over to our YouTube channel. Alternatively, I'll also set up a couple of playlists for you guys on screen. But as always, we'll see you next Saturday. Like and subscribe, a new video every Saturday. Oh. Is that you? Is that you? Surely not.